22nd. Alright, no new updates from the Rio Grande Valley sector, the unaccompanied alien children. No new declaration requests, no ongoing PEAs, and no new FMAGs. But I know that's why you all are here. All state operations centers in the Region 6 have returned to normal operations. Texas went back to normal ops yesterday as of 1600 Central Time. Here in the RCC, we're at level 4, and no new changes to the IMATs. But the big story today, we'll go to Kurt at the Nevada National Weather Service in just a moment. Look around the regions. Let's see, no new updates to the Region 6 IMATs. We have Team 1 here in the region. Team 2's down in Texas. 3 is in Oklahoma. Currently, no shelters are open across the region. And power outages are 4,300 across the region, with Texas leading that at 2,600, almost 2,300. Most of those in the Panhandle. Due to the weather, that we will turn over to Kurt to get the latest and greatest.
All right, thanks, Bruno. Current situation, fairly complex weather is going to be developing over the next couple of days, but we'll walk through it. So for today, we've got upper level trough off to the west over New Mexico, which has helped develop a well-defined squall line over parts of western Oklahoma and into West Texas. We do have a couple of things to talk about: severe weather threat for today in the short term, but also the potential for flash flooding and possible river flooding as we move on in through the weekend. This is going to be a multi-day heavy rainfall event over much of Texas and even into the Arklay, Texas, as we move on into Saturday and Sunday. So we can move on to the next slide. All right, we've got some open mics there. Heard they already got significant rain in Austin. At least that's what was the report. Tropical weather, no significant developments in the Atlantic Basin. However, Patricia may make her way over from the Pacific over Mexico and into the Gulf of Mexico later on in the forecast period. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Go ahead to the next slide. Around the region, we do have an elevated threat for heavy rainfall and flash flooding, mainly over Texas, again extending possibly to Oklahoma and into the Arklatex. It'll start over West Texas and make its way eastward each day. For today, we're looking at heavy rainfall and severe thunderstorms from the Big Bend all the way up through central Oklahoma. There is one area of elevated fire weather conditions over Arkansas. For Friday and Saturday, the main bullseye of heavy precipitation moves a little bit eastward into the Big Bend and into central Texas and north Texas, and then moves even into East Texas and the Arklatex for Saturday. And then Sunday into Monday is the big wild card: is will the remnants of Patricia have any impacts in the northern Gulf of Mexico with flash flooding and flooding areas from the upper Texas coast into southern Louisiana? Right now we're keeping an eye on that, and we'll give more refinement to that forecast as that picture becomes clearer. Next slide. This is the precipitation forecast for today, and then the 5-day forecast. You can see that the bullseye moves from northwest Texas down into central north Texas, and then eventually down to the Gulf Coast through time. The drought monitor was updated this morning. We do have significant D3 and D4 drought over Texas, northern Louisiana, and southern Arkansas. The good news is most of this rain is going to fall over that area, and the bad news is we'll have to deal with flash flooding and some flooding as we're going through this, but it should put a huge dent temporarily into those drought numbers for next week. Space weather, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, quiet to unsettled conditions. However, there are a few spots on the solar disk which may cause a little bit of radio interference, mainly at the higher latitudes. And sorry for going long, but it was a complex weather situation. I'll stand by if you have questions.
Thank you, Kurt. Any questions from the National Weather Service, please type in the chat window or speak up if you're on the phone. In the meantime, let me run back here, give you an update on the Hidden Pines fire down there in Bastrop County. No changes to containment, still at 80%. Number of homes destroyed remain at 65. 282 acres. We'll continue on. Going on today, I have the Region 6 FBI Executive Workshop down in the Jade Room. Any questions? Again, type in the chat window or speak up if you're on the phone. On this day in history, 1913, a coal mine explosion in Dawson, New Mexico, killing 263 people. And also in 1836, Sam Houston was inaugurated as the first president